Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Rams. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to break. 80 weapons.
Throwing on first down. Herbert looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Terry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Let's make these down.
Looking to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Swift. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A throw over the middle taken in, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Herbert, and just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready? 90, Wolf. 52 right here. There we go. Hey, Charlie. 52. 52. Yo. Right up.
From the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out. Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, He says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Newton. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
3rd and long. It's Newton. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Browns drive about to get started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. Fletcher gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Going up top for Kupp. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, but it'll be second down.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Right there. I'm going to run you over.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. No score after one on EA Sports.
Check 52 at the bottom. Check 52.
They'll run on first down. Bass. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side. Swift. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
Brings up 2nd and 4. The 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. And he's got his man on the out route. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On first down, Swift. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 on a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Swift. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Buying time to his left, and that's incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Herbert, he's going to look deep down the field. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them special.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Newton. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. On first and 10, Newton. He can't bring him down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing is Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first and 10, Herbert. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. On first down, Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. To throw is Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 12. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. In quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. They'll run on first down. Swift. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
At the 28-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run the counter. Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Switch. Look at me. Go. No. Big grip.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing on first down. Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Kevin King there defensively.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Everyone got 4 down. 57's Mike 57. Hey, I'm coming. Showing up. Check 31.
To throw again. Herbert. Nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half.
What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Right back to him on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And to give this time to the tailback. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down. From the gun, here's Newton. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling, and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Newton now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Newton. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at
their own 20-yard line.
the Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw. Herbert. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he...
Let's go. 19 yards. And the Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And they give this time to the tailback. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And look at this, the punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's second down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A very solid gain of 27.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen were there's one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. On first down, Swift, and little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Bravo. Mike 52, Mike 52. Go your job. Check 52.
2nd and 9 now. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Coming to you, coming to you. Leo.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert going up top. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Able to shake him off. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw on second down, Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. Herbert looking deep down. Inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Terry.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incomplete. On that one, everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Off the play fake. Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Browns on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Back to throw. Herbert, he's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Let's go!
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Protein spill. Hey, Foxtrot.
Operating from the gun. Herbert throwing the out route incomplete. That's Terry. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll try the left side. Swift. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Ready? 18 Gator. What's the run? They're running it. Get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
6 yards on the play.
The Browns send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.